Imagine a family with no crown, no army, no official throne. Yet for more than 3 centuries, kings listened to them, popes depended on them, an entire nation moved according to their decisions. This is not a story about emperor or conqueror. This is not a story about armies or great battles. This is the story of money and the family that understood its power before anyone else. This is the story of the Medici. Florence, 14th century. A city not ruled by kings, but by merchants. A city where wealth flowed through markets, workshops, and counting tables rather than royal courts. The Medici were not nobles. They didn't inherit land, titles, or ancient bloodlines. They were cloth merchants. They traded fabric, negotiated prices, and counted coins like thousands of others in Florence. But the Medici understood something revolutionary. They understood that real power does not come from swords. It comes from dependency. If you control money, you control those who need it. In 1397, the Medici founded a bank in Florence. At first, it was small, quiet, almost invisible. But slowly it spread. Branches appeared in Venice, in Milan, in Bruges, and in London, and most importantly in Rome. The Medici Bank became the official banker of the Catholic Church. Now the flow of money that powered Europe's faith, politics, and wars passed through Medici hands. Kings needed loans, popes needed funds, wars needed financing, and the Medici were always there. At the center of this system stood one man, Cosimo de' Medici. He held no crown, no official title of ruler, yet Cosimo ruled Florence. He ruled quietly, from behind closed doors, through favors, debts, and influence. Politicians came to him for support, artists came to him for patronage, enemies learned to fear him. Cosimo never sat on a throne, but everyone knew where real authority lived. Under his guidance, Florence prospered. Buildings rose. Churches expanded. Knowledge was collected, preserved, and founded. Cosimo understood that power is strongest where it appears invisible. After Cosimo came his grandson, Lorenzo de' Medici. History would remember him as Lorenzo the Magnificent. Where Cosimo was quiet and calculating, Lorenzo was bold, charismatic, and brilliant. He transformed Florence into the heart of the Renaissance. Artists like Michelangelo and Botticelli flourished under Medici protection. Poets, philosophers, and architects found support and freedom. Money became beauty. Wealth became culture. But behind the art, danger grew. Power always creates enemies. In 1478, during a church mass in Florence, the Medici were attacked. The Pazzi conspiracy. Blades were drawn inside the cathedral. Blood spilled on holy marble. Lorenzo survived. His brother didn't. Florence erupted in violence. The conspirators were hunted down, captured, and executed. Lorenzo emerged stronger than ever, but they learned a harsh truth. No amount of art or generosity can protect power forever. As Florence thrived, Europe became increasingly dependent on Medici money. Kings borrowed to fight wars. Armies marched because Medici gold paid them. Treaties were signed because Medici loans made them possible. When money moved, Europe moved. And then the Medici reached their most powerful position of all, the papacy. 2 Medici family members became popes, Leo X and Clement XI. No money and religion stood under the same family name. Faith was financed, politics were sanctified, power was absolute, but absolute power is fragile. But the 16th century cracks began to appear. The Medici Bank weakened. Mismanagement and political pressure took their toll. Branches closed, accounts collapsed. The financial empire that built the family began to fall. But the Medici didn't disappear. They adopted. Instead of banks, they used bloodlines. Medici women married into Europe's most powerful royal families. Catherine de' Medici became Queen of France. Mary de' Medici followed. The Medici no longer control money. They controlled thrones from the inside. Eventually, even this power faded. By the 18th century, the Medici lines came to an end. No heirs, no rulers, no bankers, only legacy. Anna Maria Luisa de' Medici, the last of her line, made one final decision. She donated the entire Medici art collection to the city of Florence on one condition, that it would never leave. Today, millions walk through Florence, through its museums, palaces, and streets. They admire the art, the architecture, the beauty. Few realize it all exists because one family understood something before the rest of the world, that money isn't just currency, it is influence. It is leverage, it is power. The Medici are gone, but the world they shaped still remains.